Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Friar Chuck here, and I am back with episode number. Let me look. This is like 4 or 5, I think. Let's see here. We beat Toronto in the last game. We beat St. Louis. 3, 4. This is episode 5. Episode 5 of our uh, Red Sox franchise here in MLB The Show. Last episode was a really big episode for us. Hold on, let me get my. It was a really big episode for us. On top of getting the win, which is important, I guess, in the division race with Toronto, we also managed to make a couple of trades, which I think long term may end up being more impactful as far as our team salary is concerned. But we will go over that right now. Okay. So, in the trade department, the first trade, we acquired top Padres prospect Ethan Salas, the 18-year-old catcher, for pitcher Patrick Sandoval and outfielder Rob Refsnyder. The Padres had a need at left field, and pitchers are just valuables, and they wanted another one, and lefty pitchers especially.
I'm running out to ladies.
So we went ahead and made that move. And so we got Ethan Salas. May have underpaid a little bit for him, but we still got. I think we screwed them over less than what we would have the Twins, who offered us Walker Jenkins, who's the number one prospect in baseball, and somebody else just for Sandoval, who's having a really bad year. We also, in a separate move, sent Trevor Story to the Guardians for Paul Sewald. More of a this year move. Well, actually, not really. As far as the player goes, more of a this year move because I don't know if we'll bring. I don't know if Sewald will end up being a long term member of the bullpen or not. But he's a 72 overall. He's pitched 11 innings so far. ERA is not great. He is a former closer. He's a closer actually 2 years ago. I think he was actually Arizona's closer when they played Texas in the World Series. So he does have some experience closing games, but either way, he'll be a solid contributor to our bullpen this year, I think. Plus, he's making a whole lot less money than Trevor Story was. Trevor Story was going to make $23.5 million, I think, over the next 3 seasons. So we moved on from that. Got a player that will contribute some this year, and like I said, got out from under a bad contract. And we moved on from Patrick Sandoval. So to compensate for that move, we promoted Walker Buehler to the big league squad. He was pitching really well in Double A. You can't see that now since we brought him up. But he actually started off the season on the big league team, and we swapped him for Patrick Sandoval. Sandoval has been really bad for us, so yeah, no, not that. And then we will move Sewald down here to a middle reliever. So Buehler will be in the bullpen for now, and Giolito will be the 5th starter, which I think is fine. He's been good for us out of the bullpen. Really, our starting pitching has been very good other than Sandoval, so hopefully that gives us a little bit of help. Garrett Crochet is on a Cy Young winning pace. We go look at the league leaders. Not here. League leaders for, let's go to the pitching stuff. So he is tied for first in wins. Losses, and he has 1 loss. ERA, he is 3rd with a 1.88 ERA. I don't expect any of these ERAs to stay. They might, but that would still be an insane season. Home runs allowed. I'm not even gonna look. Crawford's only given up one. That's pretty good. Shutouts. We do not have a shutout. Gosman, Skubal, and Shane Bieber are the only ones that do. He is first in strikeouts, although he's going to be fighting with Tariq Skubal all season. He's a great strikeout pitcher. Garrett Cole has pitched a complete game, just not a shutout. And Cole is leading the league in innings pitched by almost basically a full game. Where actually is Crochet in that? He's 14th in innings pitched. Walks allowed. Cutter Crawford having a good year. Hasn't given up very many home runs. Hasn't given up many walks at all. He's second in the league in WHIP, which is walks and hits per innings pitched. Crochet is fourth. Crawford is first in WAR. So we're having a good year, is pitching wise anyway. Last game we were able to get Tanner Hawk a win. Lucas Giolito got a save, so he's about to have a really interesting season. I think we're going to go ahead and go up to one of these Kansas City games and play that. Yeah, fix that. Let me go fix the rotation. Go fix the lineup now. So Jarren Duran is back, so we've bumped him back to our leadoff man. David Hamilton is hot now following the last game. Devers is still hot. 325 average, 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. Need to get those home run numbers up, but 4 home runs for Tristan Casas. Bregman. Yoshida's still a little cold. Connor Wong's at 307. Maybe we swap these two. Ceddanne Rafaela is still a pretty good season. Which Yoshida's cold, but he's still batting 299. And of course, we brought up Abraham Toro to fill the spot left by Trevor Story. Romy Gonzalez was here anyway as a utility man, and Blake Sable's here to play first, left field, and backup catcher. This will work, I guess. We'll try. This does not have. It says Rafaela playing shortstop. That's interesting. Can he not hit lefties? No, not really. Rafaela can't really either. So, what's the best way to handle this? Bregman can play shortstop, so we could do Bregman at short. Or we could do Gonzalez at short. Rafaela comes out for Yoshida. Yoshida's just he's not a very good fielder. Which we've got a few. We're not a great team defensively. Duran's a good defender. Bregman's a solid defender. Bray's a good defender. Rafaela's good. Hamilton is acceptable. And Toro's not bad. We're actually 16th defensively, so somehow there's a lot of teams worse than us. But we'll rock out with it. That is our lineup for now. I'm not going to jump into any of these games. Blue Jays get the win there. It's a AAA thing. I'm not too worried about it. And it's a scouting day. Still waiting on these prospects. Roldis Chapman. Game is tied. Which leads me to believe. No, okay, actually, it was tied before this. I don't know why he's in the game. Twins win there. Top of the ninth, one out. Once again, it is tied. Carter and Higashioka on base with Marcus Semien at bat. Wasn't a good situation for us. Red Sox managed to win that one. And Max Ferguson, whoever he is, broke his arm. We'll auto set that. Auto fix our lineups. We managed to win that game. So we take 2 out of 3 from Texas. Only win 1 against Minnesota. Toronto, we take 2 out of 3. We're sitting at 21 and 18. The Royals are 15 and 24. This was perfect. We'll get Lucas Giolito's, I think that's his first start. No, he had to have started somewhere in here. That was Tanner Hawk. So that would have been Garrett Crochet, I think. Yeah. He gave up 1 earned run, struck out 3. Still a solid game for him. Aroldis Chapman ended up taking the loss. So, has Giolito started yet? That's the question. Yes, he did. He won his first start, went 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. It's a solid game. So, we'll be playing his second game as a starter for us this season. At the time when we made those trades, I was really thinking about making a move anyway to Royals wearing their City Connects. Pretty nice. I like it. Pretty nice. I don't like Boston's. I really don't care for them. The colors are weird. But I was planning on making a trade with. We've got some guys in need of rest. Let's see what we can do. She is playing. That's for so. Costas actually has more stamina than a lot of the rest of them. I'm gonna switch Wong out for Sabol. Get him a little bit of rest, and then Brayu will switch out for JD Martinez. Hamilton will switch out for Gonzalez. And that'll work for now. We'll move Bregman up to the 2-hole. Martinez will move to 4th. Who are we? Alex Marsh. Do that. Sabol batting 195 this season, not great. Devers has gone into a little bit of a cold streak since we looked at his stats. Duran is still very good. Yoshida's back up to over 300. Royals kind of a down year. They were a playoff team last year, and they were
It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the
unseriously a World Series pick for me last season. Let's see league news. Nothing interesting. Roman Anthony is actually the #1 prospect in. We'll see when he.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
They were unseriously a.
All right, just about set to go.
World Series pick for me. I wanted to look at their. Lineup today. Dairon Blanco, Michael Garcia, Bobby Witt, Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, Jonathan India, Nelson Velasquez, Michael Massey, Joey Weimer. I think that's their normal starting group, so. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Also, I turned off the background music. There was a copyright claim on one of the episodes, and so I just I don't want to deal with that. The music I don't think adds anything anyway. It was very late on that pitch. 0-2 count now to Duran. First game we've played with him in a while because he's been hurt.
Ball one there.
Well, I say that. I think he only missed one full game with us, and then those jump in ones. If that could have got down, that would have been huge because we might have gone a while. That one gets down up the middle, and we have got a runner at first with no outs.
Now it's Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman up to bat now.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike.
Probably should have swung at that. I think that was right over the middle. 12 stolen bases for Duran. Yeah, that was right down the freaking middle.
Goes again. Pitch misses.
That was the ball.
Throw to third. Save.
And Jaron Duran is in to third. 2 steals already.
Hit in the air. Left
Early.
Blanco. Drops into
We tag up. Duran's got a lot of speed. Bad throw. We are in. Standing up. 1-0 Red Sox. Sac fly RBI for Alex Bregman.
Now it's Devers at the plate.
1-0 lead with 1 out. And up to the plate steps the big slugger, Rafael Devers.
And a strike to Devers.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys.
So Devers first on the team with 25 RBIs.
Hard hit left side. And Devers is set.
See, I corrected because I held off on the first one, and then they called it a strike.
Late with the swing
I was late on that.
In the on-deck circle, you
Decent
really
pitch to
wanna
hit,
use
but
that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Fires across the diamond. Third out.
no speed from Casas.
So they get 1 run on 1 base hit. Back here in Kansas City. And today's starting pitcher, Lucas Giolito. What do you have on him, Chris?
Casas is, he's a guy that I really wanted to develop and be good, but he has been a little, he hasn't developed quite like I would have liked so far. He hadn't had a very good season. Doesn't mean he won't turn it around. There's still plenty of year left, but I need him to be like a 20 to 25 home run type of player. Devers, I need to be anywhere from like 35 to 40, realistically.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to.
And neither one of them's really on that pace, but the difference is, the difference between the two is that Devers is doing other things besides the home runs. He's first in RBIs. He's got a good batting average. So he's getting on base plenty. Casas is doing nothing. So he's definitely somebody I'm looking to possibly get an improvement for. Because he doesn't even have good. If he was at least a guy that had some decent speed, then maybe we could do something with him. Like Jaron Duran is the type of player that I love. He's got enough power that occasionally he can get one out, but he's going to hit for contact and then get on base, and I can just make it nearly all the way around on my own.
And that is
Like I'm
downstairs.
playing with the
Red Sox
Nationals
already leading.
in my personal franchise right now.
That one to first, Casas. No play, that's an infield single.
Why didn't you throw it?
That's staying within his game right
Oh
there.
my gosh.
This
He
speedster
had
gets the
so
infield
much
single,
freaking
and
momentum,
now
first of
he's
all.
on base to possibly
Whit's
do
probably
some
going to
damage.
take... Yeah,
Now
okay.
a wild
Don't even try to
pitch.
throw. Speaking of fast
And
players.
now a man into scoring position.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one
But
pitch
yeah,
left
I'm
to
playing
go.
with the
Single
Nationals, and they have got a
simply
ton of
turns it
speed
into a
on that
double.
team.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Whips it to Casas, and they get Perez for the
Go from a
out.
guy with 98 speed to a guy with 7. That must have been Salvador Perez. I didn't actually see who it was, but
JD Martinez.
JD Martinez up now. He's been a pretty solid bench bat for us, making occasional starts. That one's going to get down.
It finds its way
Single for
through
JD Martinez.
and a good start to the inning.
He's been what I want. He's been what I wanted from him. I really figured he'd play more than he is,
And now
but
it's the catcher for the Red Sox,
I kind of
Luke
expected to
Sable.
be rid of
Not getting the results he's wanted at the
Masataka
plate.
Yoshida by now.
Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Oh, this one
Sabal's
high and
just
deep,
laid on that
way back
curve.
there.
Deep fly to left center.
He hits the wall and hangs on.
Go back, go
Great
back, go back, go
catch.
back. I thought that one really had a chance when he
Romy Gonzalez
and
of
it kept
the
traveling.
Red Sox.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate.
Romy
Only 2
Gonzalez,
hits in
3
the
home
last
runs, 7
5
RBIs. He's a
games.
guy we may need to try and get some more at bats
One foul
for.
off. Gonzalez measures 6 feet even, 215 pounds, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Rips one to right, and
Oh, that was foul.
ball.
We're going to have to hit it pretty far to get Martinez across.
Swing
Ugh,
and miss.
swung through that.
2 gone.
Gonzalez goes down on strikes.
Using the whole field. He was out in front
First
there. Just
strikeout of the day for Alec Marsh.
and his timing
Marsh.
back on track. Good
And
pitch for the
Yoshida's up
strikeout.
to the plate.
Here now the Red Sox DH. Masataka Yoshida.
Outside for
Misses.
ball
1-0.
1, 12-6 curve.
Martinez off of first with 2 away. Close but called a ball. And that's ball 2.
Lowish for ball 2.
Swing and a ball line to
That's
center.
going
Weaver
not
makes
drop.
the grab. And that is
to... He hit it hard. It was right to somebody. It's a
we go
shame.
to the bottom of the second. And here's the first baseman.
Bottom of the second now.
Pasquantino.
Vinny Pasquantino up. The
Immediately bumps it a
Pasquatch.
strike to the left-handed hitter. And takes low for ball 1.
We will wear the Red Sox City Connects at some point this season. I just really don't like them. The Red Sox have such, they're such iconic colors.
And a count 1 and 2.
The red, the Red Sox obviously, and then that dark blue, it's very America.
When you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes.
Okay, so we'll pose a question here.
You do not want to leave it out over the heart of
In
the
football,
excellent execution on that.
America's team, and we're not going to have an argument about this either. America's team, whether unofficially, is the Cowboys. So who does that mean that America's team is for baseball? Because if we're going off of the logic of how the Cowboys are, lots of fans that aren't necessarily from Dallas, hated by everybody else, a lot of success in the past, but not so much now, that would be the Yankees. It just is.
Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that skips into dirt. 1 out, base is empty. Hitting the air out to center field. Rafaela. He makes the catch.
I mean, it's the Yankees are just it would have to be the Yankees, I think. They're iconic. You see Yankees caps, overseas all the time, and it's either the Yankees or the Dodgers, and I think just going off of you know, the previously created criteria created by the Cowboys, the Yankees make more sense. But tell me in the comments who is America's team when it comes to baseball. And we're not having an argument about the Cowboys either, so don't bring that in.
And that's in the dirt.
Because I kind of view the Red Sox as a team that if they win, I'm really not that upset about it. It's nice. Nelson Velasquez, gets all of that one. 410 feet, and the Royals will tie it up with one swing. I think that one, no, just high and on the outside top corner of the plate. Velasquez is a pretty solid hitter, though, so he managed to turn on that.
At the plate now. That's ball one.
Giolito's had to throw a lot of pitches to get through these inning and 2/3. That's 31 now. This will be 32.
That missed by a lot.
Didn't need at least 33.
Tied up here in the early going.
I'm guessing pitch 35 is when we get out of the inning.
Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Never mind. Did it one sooner.
Went back to the changeup.
Tie ball game. Nelson Velasquez is able to
But it was a big one right here as it
bring it even with that swing.
You're watching Major League Baseball. Welcome back.
And it is a 1-1 game.
Was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
Cedane Rafaela
Fastball is
up to the plate,
outside.
watches a fastball outside. Rafaela with 8 stolen bases. He is tied for second on the team in stolen bases. That's not going to be a chance. It's the Browns to the second baseman for out number 1.
So the batting order turns over, and the batter now, Jarren Duran. Swing and a pop up in foul
And
ground.
Duran is going to pop out in foul. Ooh, I thought
It's a foul
Garcia
ball.
may manage to track that down.
And
I watched that go high. There's a 12-6 curve up that high.
He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
that one outside.
Outside, ball 1. Alec Marsh is not throwing good pitches. I just swing at everything.
On the ground, right side.
That was a lot better pitch,
India over to first.
especially with 2 strikes.
First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd. Here's Alex Bregman. Drove in a run with a
5 home runs, 19 RBIs for Bregman on the year.
That's a little high.
Watches that one up for ball 1.
2 out spaces.
Bregman with 196 career home runs. So good chance that he gets to 200 this season. I very much hope he does. That's the kind of production I'm looking for out of him.
And that's downstairs.
That one is low. Ball 2.
Sharp grounder. That's
Perfect. Ground ball between short and third. And we've got a runner on first. 2 outs. A 2-out rally for Bregman. Devers up to the plate now. Love having the whole strike zone be a hot zone. That's gone. Opposite field for Rafael Devers. 385 feet, and there was never a question about that one. 8th of the year for Devers. And he extends his RBI lead.
That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely.
Pretty impressive shot there, honestly. Just late and high. Well hit ball by Tristan Cosmos. That's good. Glad he got a base hit. Yeah, that one was high. He was late on it, and he managed to send it opposite field. It's not easy. I didn't wait long enough. I saw where it was, and I didn't wait for it.
Got Got the back going too soon. It's strike two.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And Martinez is going to pop out to the first baseman, ending the inning.
And that is that.
But
Devers goes deep for
Bregman's
the
2-hit, 2-out single, followed up by Devers' 2-out
on the show.
home run to left field.
As we go
Gives us
to
the lead
last
again.
of the
So
third.
now Giolito's working
Now
with a
center
little bit of
fielder,
wiggle room.
Joey Weimer.
Number 9 hitter Joey Weimer is
And
up.
the first pitch fastball is in
Former,
for a strike.
pretty sure he played for the Brewers. Kind of think he might have played for the Reds too.
He doesn't seem to like.
Can I look at people's, not from here, I can't. Can't from there either. Oh, I came from here. See if I was right. Milwaukee. Okay, I guess he got traded from Milwaukee to Kansas City midseason, but still a very young player for Kansas City, so nice.
And 1-2.
They've got a nice little core there.
Just spit on it.
Obviously, the Royals really not that far removed from
Great job of laying off
from their World Series championship. They did break a fairly long
Such a better
playoff drought last year.
This one popped
Them and the Tigers both, actually. I think the Tigers were tied for the longest active playoff drought in Major League Baseball, tied with the Angels, and now the Angels continues and is going to continue because they're not good.
Next to hit, Tyrone Blanco.
I don't know what's more depressing, being a
That's it.
White Sox fan
That's strike
or
one.
being an Angels fan. I gotta say, right now, probably an Angels fan because
And strike two.
you've got Mike Trout still. You just saw Shohei Ohtani win a World Series with the other LA team, and y'all couldn't even get to the playoffs with him. And now you're just kind of watching Mike Trout fall apart in his later years
One down, bases empty.
as the Angels do nothing.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
They do have the second pick in the draft, which means they'll probably call him up 2 days after they draft him.
And down on
Strike 3 called. That is a tough pitch because that's not in the zone.
Wow, that's
Third strikeout for Giolito.
hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long.
And
Not quite in the strike zone, but he
that was the
found
second out of the
spot that
inning.
the umpires
Michael Garcia up now.
At least for now, allowing
Garcia's a nice player.
So hitters are going to have to
He's a
make
solid
an
third
adjustment,
baseman.
But pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
in there at the knees, and a count 1-1.
The Royals, like I said, I really like where the Royals are at. I think they could definitely take
Swing and
a
foul
really
back.
big
That's
step
out of
forward.
play.
The American League Central's tough. They had
Here's a 1-2.
the division was collectively like 40 games under 500, and they had 3 teams in the playoffs, and the Twins finished over 500, I think. So
A swing and a miss.
that tells you how bad the White Sox are. But
And that'll do it. Casey
it can't, the
out of the
Guardians, I think, actually finished with the number 1 seed in the American League last year. Made it to the ALCS, where they lost to the Yankees.
For a strike.
I could realistically see Kansas City managing to do that this year. The Twins just kind of depends on how healthy they are. Like Sabal with a well-hit ball. That's going to get down, and he will have a base hit.
Man aboard on the single.
I think Cleveland will take a step back just because I think they kind of overachieved last year.
Next for the Red Sox.
And the Tigers are
Just first at bat.
due for kind of a breakout, too.
And there's the
They've
strike.
got a good team. I think where they're at, they're probably wishing they would have made a different decision in the draft a couple of years ago.
Swing and a ground ball
Because
base hit right
that was the
field.
draft with Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz and Wyatt Langford. The Tigers held the 3rd pick, and they ended up taking Max Clark, who was a high school senior. Skeens and Dylan Cruz were already gone, so that wasn't a decision that they could have made anyway. Skeens went number 1 to the
On the move. Makes the
Pirates.
catch.
Cruz went number 2 to the Nationals. But they ended up choosing Clark instead of Wyatt Langford, and Langford is already looking to be a star for the Rangers,
Ready to go.
and that
Bottom
he's
four.
already up.
Now here is Bobby Witt Jr.
So you got to figure that, of course, the Tigers' timeline kind of moved faster than they thought, and so they probably figured, okay, yeah, we'll be good whenever Clark's ready to come up. That's when we'll be getting good, and now they are actually good. Gonzalez with a tough throw over there, trying to beat Bobby Witt to the bag, and he does.
Salvador Perez to the plate. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but he can never predict baseball.
C'est la vie, like you said. Like I said, if you're the Tigers, you'll take being good right now, I guess, as long as they can keep moving up.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball.
But Langford would be very good for that team.
Staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Pasquantino in the box with one away.
Dylan Cruz, I think, is expected to be
Swinging a ground ball up the middle.
the opening day starter for the in right field for the Nationals as we turn the double play there. Langford should be pretty productive this year for the Rangers. Finished with 16 home runs last year. Would have probably won Rookie of the Year if he wouldn't have been hurt.
And he's a native of Curacao. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field.
You know, it's a well hit ball by Rafaela, so we've got a runner on first here. No outs. We may look to take second if we can. Not super fast, not the best when it comes to steals. That's in for a strike, but we've got Rafaela on second, eliminating the double play. Not going to try and take third. That's more for Duran and Hamilton to deal with. I thought it was going to break. I really did.
Preparing to come on if needed. Stratton, the right-hander, also getting loose. On the ground to third. And it gets by him. And now
Rafaela goes to third with Duran's base hit. And this again is a... Yep, and that is going to actually chase Alec Marsh from the game. AJ Minter in. He's been good this year. Absolutely killing righties, which is odd for a left-handed pitcher. But
so runners at the corners.
We're going to try to steal on a lefty. Maybe not the best idea. We get it. Runners at second and third. No outs, top of the fifth with Alex Bregman. One of our best bats.
Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally.
No timing on that. Oh, good timing actually. Just fouled it off.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Blanco. Catch and there's one gone.
I could have made it. Dang it. That's unfortunate.
And a dangerous
Devers with a 2-run homer in the third. Picked up his 8th home run and his 26th and 27th RBI. Great chance here with runners in scoring position and only one out. Anything far enough out in the outfield scores.
Line drive.
That's going to drop. Rafaela in to score. Duran in to score. Devers with a 2 RBI double for his 3rd and 4th RBI of the day. He is having a fantastic game for us. He was early on that too. If we were on, that was probably gone. Costas with a well hit ball, fielded well by the left fielder. I think that's Melendez. Or not Melendez. Vasquez. Martinez up. That is probably going to be 2. Yep. He could have got it past the shortstop. We had another run. But Devers manages to take advantage of the runners in scoring position and increases our lead 2-4 here. Jonathan India, the former National League Rookie of the Year, believe it or not, for the Reds. That man won Rookie of the Year, and the Reds instantly said they didn't want him anymore. But I kind of get it and I kind of don't. There's not. He's in a weird spot. There wasn't really a place on their roster for him. Ellie De La Cruz, which it took a couple more years, but Ellie De La Cruz emerged at shortstop, which moved Matt McClain over to second base, which kind of kicked Indy out of the lineup as we strike him out there. But I don't know if India can play. I don't know if he can play third base or not because they do have a need at third base, especially since I don't know what Noel V. Marte is going to end up doing. He was kind of highly regarded at first, but then he got suspended for PEDs last year.
So now here's the DH.
I actually don't think he was added to MLB The Show at any point last year either. He was there at this very start, which made it relatively easy to put him in the game.
After that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
2 down, nobody on. That is the inning. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Blake Sable.
And Giolito gets out of that inning pretty easy. So, top of the 6th now. We've got a casual 5-1 lead.
And a big swing and a miss.
Decent pitch there to Sable. Too early for it.
Pitch misses there.
He's out.
And 1-1.
Sable not about the lefties.
Next offering is fouled back.
It would honestly almost be worth switching him out to get for Connor Wong, but I'd rather Wong get some R&R.
Next pitch is outside. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees.
That one nearly gets through, but good stop by Bobby Witt.
So stepping in for
A good throw over to Pasquantino for the first out. Romy Gonzalez's turn now. I think he's a better. I think he's better against lefties, but we just swung and missed on a good cutter to hit. He's got some power, so he might have done some damage with that. That one he gets down. Base hit for Gonzalez. That's his first of the game.
Love how he let that ball travel.
Runner at first with 1 out.
Nice job of going the other way.
Stepping in, Masataka
Try to take with him too.
To first, and they've got him picked off.
And we'll just run back immediately. I ain't scared.
Runner on the go again. Pitching
That
for
was a strike.
And that's a stolen base. Not even.
But he does, after all of that fanfare, Gonzalez does manage to take second. That is his first stolen base of the year.
Man at second. And that's
I was late on that. That was a good pitch.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Out on the drop.
Third strike was dropped, but they.
And the runner stays where he is. And next for the Red Sox, Cedar Rafaela, 1 for 2. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever
They were able
see.
to put him away pretty
Definitely
easily.
one of the best arms in the
Rafaela up next. He came around to score.
That one ripped.
Last inning, that's well hit to left field, but nothing doing.
And that is that. So one hit. Back here in Kansas City.
So 1 hit on the inning.
Here's the center fielder, Joey Weimer.
I don't actually know who is playing left field for the
Inside
Oils.
corner, and that's called a strike.
Giolito comes out for this inning. Depending on how this inning goes, this may very well be the last one.
Right side.
should probably get somebody working in the bullpen. It'll probably be Seawald unless he's exhausted. Just because I'd like to see the White Sox actually have a better record than the Royals right now. Love to see the game imitating life. Giolito gets another strikeout. That is number 6 for him today.
2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Blanco in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next pitch is downstairs.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around.
Tyrone Blanco, that's who's playing left field.
Since
okay.
The very start.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
93 speed for him.
Man at first,
Turning a double play is going to be really tough here.
Michael Garcia.
But we will shoot for one.
And that is ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for
Garcia has not been very good against Giolito in his career.
You know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
In the dirt. Blanco leads off first with 1 away.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Well, I say it was a good pitch. It really wasn't. Yeah, we'll warm up Seawald.
Fastball for a strike.
Strike 2. So we worked it. He got it to 3-0.
Knocks that
Now
one
it's
away,
full.
and we'll do it again.
Struck him out. Let's go.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one.
Great recovery there by Giolito to get the out. And there are now 2 outs in the inning. A lot of speed on the base path and a lot of speed at the plate.
Runner takes off. Strike in there.
I really probably shouldn't even tried to make the throw.
And he easily steals the bag.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate.
Got to be careful because an infield hit possibly could score Blanco.
Here's a 1-2. Got him looking.
Strikeout will not, though. Bobby Witt is sent packing. The Royals will make another pitching change, and we are going to go ahead and schedule Seawald to make his series debut. He has obviously pitched for us before. We saw in some of the simulations.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Blanco
brought down by Tyrone Blanco.
Really nice job to get your
1 speedster to the other.
And stepping in for Boston,
And Stratton has been in for 1 pitch, and he's already been very successful.
Swing and a drive, deep
Was a
right
little
field.
late on that, but it's to the wall. Bregman in with a double.
Went up there looking to be
I wish that was Jaron Duran because I might have got 3, but we'll take the double. Recap to Rafael Devers. He is having a hell of a game today. 2-run home run and the 2 RBI double a couple innings ago. I think it was a double, may have been a single. But he's got a runner at second now, so chance for another one. But that's not going to do it. He does advance Bregman to third, which is
and next will be the cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas.
He made good contact with it. Well.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself.
And that'll do it. 5-1 now. Yes, Paul Seawald will come into the game, making his series debut. 13 games. I think he's been very good since he came here because his ERA was in the 4s, I think. Ooh, that is going to go foul though. That was a little rough.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-2
that
count
time.
now to Selby Perez.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Battling here as he fouls
Perez
it
fouls
away.
that one off. Perez, I believe, is the last remnant from that World Series team. I don't know if anybody else is still there.
0-2.
I know for a fact Perez was there because I think he might have won World Series MVP.
And the sweeper
Don't quote me on that.
misses. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
He's battling Seawald, though. Got him.
Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Strikeout for Seawald. That's what we love to see. One down here. Pasquantino.
Now here is Vinny Pasquantino. Out towards left center.
That is hit well out to left center field. Rafaela should have no trouble, though.
Makes the grab.
He
and there's
doesn't.
2 gone.
2 away now.
Jonathan Indy at the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ground ball up the middle.
That to Bregman.
Third
Over to
out, ends
first.
the frame.
He's out. Needs to hurry up with the throw a little bit, though.
Back here at Kauffman
Easy inning for Seawald.
is J.D. Martinez.
We'll leave him in next inning.
In the first pitch,
4-run lead here in the top of the 8th.
bullpen action for the Royals. John
Good game
Schreiber
so far.
and listening in the pen, Bubic.
Pitching's really been the thing here. We've had some good offensive production. A lot of base hits. Good base running. Devers has been good.
Just missed. Fly ball to right. Velasquez gets under it.
Oh,
Makes the grab.
thought that one might
There's
drop.
one away. Blake
We're getting a lot of opposite
against
field
the
hits.
Red Sox. 1 for 3.
Blake Sabal's up 1 for 3 today. Love a base hit.
Swing and a ball
That's not
driven
it.
pretty well out towards left center.
I can just tell by the launch angle.
Weimer puts it away for the out. 2 down. So stepping in for Boston, Romy
And now Romy Gonzalez is up. We got 2 outs. Gonzalez represents our last chance of the inning.
This one in the
And
air.
it's popped up. And it's put away by Bobby
Third
Witt.
out.
3 outs now. The Royals
Bottom of the
have
eighth,
got
leading off, Nelson
2 innings
Velasquez.
left to figure it out offensively.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Seawald,
7, 8, and 9 hitters this inning.
34-year-old vet, and
They
he was
may
able
luck
to
out and
real
get
hit.
the top
Back
3
in
guys in the
2012.
bottom of
Next
the 9th at
offering is
least.
in for a strike.
For them, not for me.
Swing and a miss.
Velasquez goes down.
On strikes.
He, of course, represents their lone run. He hit that
Michael Madsen
solo shot
for the
in,
Royals.
I think it was the
And the
first
pitch a little
inning.
bit low, ball 1. He swings and fouls one off.
And that's foul.
The Royals down by 4 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is downstairs.
2-1 count. Michael Massey, the DH. Heading 8th.
Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Pretty sure the 3 leaders in slugging percentage from the NL all play for the Dodgers. And that is another strikeout for Seawald.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of
1 out left for him to get today.
Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult.
We
to
might
make
could
it
send him out for the
You're just going to make it a long strike at best.
9th.
You have to be able to stay within the base.
We'll what we'll do is we'll get Chapman warmed up.
That way, if you're a little quick,
Send
the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not
Seawald out, see if he can get the 3 inning save. But then have Chapman in
We're back. It's
on the back burner just in case. So, because obviously, if you can, he is freaking exhausted.
the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Chris Bubich hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Obviously, the less pitchers you can use, the better. Especially if you manage to only use 2 pitchers, and your starter gets you 6 innings, or only pitches 6 innings.
Yes, he did. And that is strike 2.
That's good.
Swing and a miss.
They're just being entirely too aggressive.
For the first out here in the ninth. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Ground ball left side.
Rafaela's going to reach base again. But he's 2 for 4 today. In theory, probably the last time he's on base, but
First. Now the left fielder, Jaron Duran.
Duran also 2 for 4.
Throw to first.
Rafaela able to get back. Not a big deal. One thing I don't like about the City Edition jerseys in this game is they get like way. It seems like they get way dirtier than anything else.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Throw. Save.
Because like the white on ours is not showing up nearly as much as it is on their blue.
Rafaela, the runner at second with 1 away.
Rafaela's into second, eliminating the double play once again. We're going to try to do that as much as we can, I think, going forward. We've got some guys that can steal bases. Obviously, there's guys in our rotation that can't as Duran strikes out, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
Alex Bregman up next for the Red Sox.
Bregman up now. It probably actually helped Duran's contact ability, though, because once you get a runner in scoring position, your clutch rating takes over as opposed to your contact rating.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield.
We're sending him.
Rafaela around third.
Rafaela going home. He's in safe. Alex Bregman with the RBI single. It's 6-1 Red Sox.
He's already homered here in this
And now Devers gets another shot. Can he get any more RBIs?
Headed towards the
Maybe if I was not late.
On the move towards foul ground. Nabs it, and that is that.
That'll do it. Bregman does get us another insurance run here. 14 hits on the day.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
And
here's the left fielder.
Sewald stays out for the 9th inning.
Sewald back to work.
That's a
That
ball.
one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
He's got quite a bit of stamina left.
Foul ball.
But they've got the thing that is, they said they've got Witt and Blanco coming out, both of whom are very, very fast. Perez is a good power hitter who's, I think, in batting 4th. And it's not even going to be the speed that does it. Blanco takes it over the fence. 6-2 Red Sox. Michael Garcia up now. We don't need to be leaving pitches there, Sewald. Still a good outing. It's the whole, one bad pitch thing. No outs now for Michael Garcia. Blanco did everything that he was supposed to do. Got him a run back. Whew. I almost royally fucked that up.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. That's through there for a strike.
Bobby Witt now. Nobody on.
A little bit of a dance, strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Situation where I would rather get him out than have him walk. So I will try and be relatively aggressive.
Home run already in this inning. They're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Up the middle. Now the
Gonzalez. Oh, will we challenge it? Will it let me? That was a hard play. Gonzalez made it close. He is safe though. So
Bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Next is the Royals catcher. Salvador dives and he can't hang on.
Perez, slow as hell,
And now they have a base runner
is
at
out.
second. Last chance.
That would have been someone with much more speed.
Esquintino digs in
And that's
now.
probably another base runner.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
I don't know if the dive with Devers was necessary or not, but
There for a strike.
it knocked it down. So the world may never know.
So a foul ball makes it
Pasquantino
1-2.
fouls that one off.
Runner at second, 2 down.
1-2
And
count,
last half
2
of
outs,
inning number
bottom of the
9.
ninth. Runner on second,
Just missed.
and that's ball 2. I don't know why they're not.
Good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the
I don't know why they're not sending Bobby Witt.
That one the other way. Ball game.
That'll do it. Line out for Pasquantino. Red Sox win. Seawald, in his first appearance for us, goes 3 strong innings. Has 1 bad pitch. It happens. And he will get the 3-inning save, his first of the year. Giolito was very good. 6 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs. Devers 2 for 5, a home run and a double, 4 RBIs. Bregman had 2 RBIs. So, Dairon Blanco, Nelson Velasquez both had home runs. Bobby Witt was 2 for 4. I think we got a few stolen bases too. I know Rafaela had, Jaron Duran had 3 steals, getting his total up to 14. Rafaela had 2, getting his up to 10. And Gonzalez got his first. Bregman got his 18th or his 19th and 20th RBIs. Devers picked up 26, 27, 28, and 29. But all in all, good game. Masataka Yoshida sucks. I would have liked to have gotten him a couple of base hits, but it's okay. Bregman went 3 or 4. That'll definitely help his average. Devers had a great day. Casas going 2 for 4. That's big for his average. Rafael, the same thing. So hopefully some of these guys that may or may not have been slumping will get out of it. But good game overall for the guys. I'm pleased with that. And we didn't have to use Aroldis Chapman, so he'll get a day off. And that's a 3-game winning streak. We are 22 and 18 now. We are behind the Orioles. We've played 2 more games than they have, which sucks because the 2 games we played are both losses. This is going to give us a Roman Anthony looked like had a pretty good. Let's go do that before we leave. Let's take a look at some of our big prospects and see how they're holding up. Shane Drohan, it's 4.55 ERA. I don't know who's our other. Do we have any other big time pitching prospects? Quinn Priester. He's got a 4.88 ERA, so AAA is not being real kind to him. Ethan Salas is batting 345. No home runs, only 2 RBIs. We need to make sure he's playing. Blaze Jordan, they said, was on fire. He is. Christian Campbell, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, batting nearly 300. Those are numbers I'll take. Obviously, you would love to see your guys in AAA just completely killing it. Vanellis, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. Marcelo Mayer still is not getting it going. And he's in Double-A too. Roman Anthony, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs, a 274 average. And he's just progressing, which is good. So let's actually go to our AAA lineup and make sure. I don't know how I feel about Salas batting second, but okay, I guess let's actually do this. Salas, you can bat 5th. I forgot Grissom was here. Actually, no, just to not tank his to not tank his ratings, we'll do that. And then the double A lineup. You really telling me we don't have a better option in left field? Let's do this. See what happens. I know we may be screwing some stuff up moving him to the outfield, or maybe it gets better. Okay. So I think we'll play. I kind of. This is just so freaking slow. Those end up winning. So we take 2 of 3 from them. Now we've got Detroit. Kind of want to play that Bray and Bello start against Detroit. No, we're gonna play. We'll go down to this one of these Milwaukee games down here. Sure, why not? Jump in. I know that this episode's probably going fairly long. Yeah, we're already up over an hour, but so was the one last. So was the last episode. 12-2, Red Sox lead. Duran with a chance at history. So he's got me swinging for him. We're up 12-2. I'm going on anything.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Over to first, and that's an out. Plenty.
I was pretty sure that was the ground out, but I had it held.
Kind of what we expected,
well, this was a game looking at the pitching matchup where
you take out the Tigers
to score and not as lopsided.
Matt Manning, we managed to chase in the first.
Expected to see some offense coming
it
up.
just got worse from there. Abraham Toro with 4 RBIs. Guessing we gave Devers the day off. That's okay. Good with that. Giolito with another good start. It's 3 very good starts for him. Not a lot of pitching went on in this series. Bello got shelled. He was yeah, that was Seawald. He had a bad third of an inning. Walker Buehler hasn't been very good, evidently. Yeah, it was more Bernardino. We were down. We gave up 3 earned runs in a. Let's just find some pitchers to scout, man. Finish this guy. If that guy's as good as it says he is, that would be a hell of a pick for us at like 15, which I think is where that's where we're drafting. Yeah, he's not getting a triple. There's no way. Ball would have to roll under the freaking fence. Of course, I say that Benji Molina's hit for the cycle. I remember watching that game. That man was chugging. Yoshida needs a triple to hit for the cycle. Okay. We're just bullying the hell out of the. keep him active. So we win 7-5 against the Mets. 10-1 against the Mets. Carrot Crochet's at 8-1 now with a 1.49 ERA. Beat the Orioles here. I don't know how we're so far off in terms of games played, and then we win 10-2. Win that series, win the Mets series. We do lose Atlanta and Detroit. That's okay. We can't be perfect. So that guy is listed as the top pitcher. He's 18. Could have high potential. So I think he's a... Can we... Yeah, we're picking at 15. Yeah. That's definitely a guy that I'm interested in. Let me see his great stamina. Home runs per 9 is pretty good. The rest of it is okay. We'll see. Guy that's projected to go 1 is now projected at 10. I'm trying to see if any of these guys that we have scouted are two-way players. Because if they are, I'll take them. Sure. That'll work. And then... Dang, I was hoping there'd be a Brian Bellows start I could get there for Milwaukee, but that's fine. Oh, Liam Hendricks, seems like you've gotten yourself into the right little jam. Yes. So strained finger for Costas got a home run and 3 RBIs. Nope, yeah, he got hurt early on. Walker Buehler came in though in 5 1/3 and had a hell of a game, so that's nice. Chapman's the one that lost it for us. Got it. Seawald took the loss, even though they were Chapman's earned runs. That's kind of lame. We may have to look at making a change at closer. What is... Well, he's only had 2 blown saves, so his ERA is crazy, but it was with the Rangers too. So, okay, never mind. Giolito's been good since we moved him in as a starter. Walker Buehler's ERA is a little rough, but he's going up in overall. Bellows going up. Crawford's going up. Hawk hasn't really moved. Crochet should be going up. He's up to an 86 now. Hits per 9, walks per 9, home runs per 9 all went up. Fielding, arm strength, accuracy, reaction have all gone up. I would like for his stamina to go up and his pitching clutch. Take his break too. His stamina, his velocity is not getting any better. But I ain't gonna complain too much. because at the end of the day, we have a true ace pitcher. Not everybody can say that. In the next episode, you will be getting another Garrett Crochet start. Hopefully, we don't screw it up too bad for him. As we take on the Brewers, the Orioles have put quite a bit of distance between us, as we are now 8.5 back of the Yankees, 4 back of the Orioles. But we're not bad by any means. Is this a playoff team? Yes, I think talent-wise we're good enough to be a playoff team. Will we make the playoffs? Remains to be seen. I'm not going to be like supremely upset if we don't, because this is a rebuild. But I did pick a better team in the Red Sox, knowing full well that we'd be closer to winning than not. So, we'll see. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, and you know any baseball fans that are out there looking for a show series to watch, please bring them here. I'd be happy to have them. But don't see a lot of Red Sox franchise on the YouTube, because I do watch a lot of show franchises. I'm seeing a lot of Rockies, a lot of White Sox, a lot of Angels. Those seem to be the primary teams. Who's that other team? The A's, I've seen some too. So the Red Sox, I think, are pretty rare on the YouTubes for franchise rebuilds. So yeah, bring them here. Love to have them. I will see you guys in the next one. This is Friar Chuck saying bye bye.